Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you rolled up on me, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right, but when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. Trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. If you love me just like you say you do, don't kill the good vibes. If you kill them, you're gonna kill us too. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe.
Inside all this tension, a feeling I never was expecting. I don't see the pros, don't know the cons, forget the whys. Do you know why? Triggered inside this situation, wonder if we maybe were mistaken. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna see, don't wanna feel it. What is left? of your arms. Maybe we could jump back to the start. And you never would talk to me then if we never met, babe. If we never met. Is it too much to ask? A little conversation, a minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation. I don't want your love, just a little conversation. A minute's enough to work out the frustration. There's no need to make me bite the pavement. A little conversation.
You're so fine, oh lady. Let your body take control. You're on my mind, baby. Just move a little closer. And I say, oh, it's the night we'll both remember. Oh, sweet surrender. Oh, we're moving close together. Wanna make your body mine through the night. Hot and sweet through the night.
hide away from the lights, but I don't dare to. I'm too fragile, and for that I do apologize. Maybe someday we can work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I think I'm love drunk and it feels wrong, but I'm not afraid to admit I used to feel safe next to you, babe. Now I'm thinking I deserve a hit. Maybe someday we could work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. Love's too deep. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. Love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep.
In this moment, I cannot say what's
Shout out to
wrong
the
or
CIA.
right. It's not hard to fool me.
One love to the
'Cause I'm addicted to
FBI.
good life. Yeah. Lead the way.
How are you doing?
I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe.
Let's get it.
I follow
Let's get it.
to the edge
In
of
the
it
chat
all.
room.
To the edge of it all.
Age, city, gender, let's get it. Come on.
'Cause I'll buy no better one.
Testing, testing. 1, 2.
Susceptible
Buckle my shoe. Horton, here's a who.
moment flies. Ooh. So tell you good
Shout out to Big Shirley.
'cause I'll buy no better one. Ooh. Susceptible
Thickalicious up in this piss.
before the moment flies. It's not
Hey.
a problem.
It's not a problem.
'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yeah. and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to you, and I realize lead the way.
I'm a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
No need to say
She's a PhD. You're a PhD. We a PhD. A pimp in his old degree. Come on, people. Tell them good lines. I got an Italian cook. Guito Saskatchewan, something like that. Big ankles. Big back. Don't get mad at me. I didn't do it. We are back in the house, and the house is packed. Shout out to the C, the I, and that A. One love to that F, that B, and that I. Woo, we are doing good. We are doing good. We are about to do even better. Hey, how are y'all? Shout out, shout out, shout out. One love. How we doing? Last Monday show was dope. Tonight's show is going to be on par with that one. But before we get into it, I've got to do some housekeeping, some house cleaning. Need to remind you guys that I need you to keep the engagement up over 50%. That's likes, that's dislikes. Don't really much matter. If you don't, you're going to hear this song.
What you gonna do when
I'm not going to hear that song. That'll be the song you want to hear. Everybody likes this song, by the way. Keep the likes or dislikes up, or you're going to hear this song.
I like catching at it?
What are you doing? That's the wrong song. Play the right song. There it is. That's the right song. You don't want to hear the intermission song? Keep my engagement up. Hey, man. We're trying a new sound setup. Get ready to go on the road. And when we go on the road, it's always interesting to take a mobile studio. Got to bring in a certain amount of lighting, a certain kind of audio. So, is that camera tilted to me? I was leaning a little bit. Hold on. What you gonna do while how that catch your attitude? Drop to your knees and show gratitude. Kiss the ring, chick. Okay. Maybe that's better. I felt like I was kind of leaning in the picture like this. Felt like that one chick that called in last night. How you doing? I just be happy. Hear me in the ham. That's still not right. All right. All right. Oh man, I tickle me. All right, there we go. That should be better. If not, we're gonna just rock and roll with it. That's the way it is. All right. Last night's Monday night show was a pretty professional women destined to die alone or be unmarried. However you want to slice it, that's what it comes down to. And tonight's show is going to be an add-on to a theme that we're building. How did we get here? Back in December, I had a video go viral. We know what that means. And it started a discussion, a worldwide, community-wide discussion, especially in the Black community. And one thing that I've noticed is that many women, many sisters in particular, have been talking about, there's no way I would have gone on that show and rated myself under a 10. Everything a 10. I'm a 10. And there's no way in the world I would have sold myself short. Sold myself short. It started. And my question is and my question is this, ladies, you're not selling yourself short by being honest. Okay? But that's at least the way the men look at it. The way the men look at it is you're being honest. The way so many women tend to look at it is you need to say whatever you need to say to keep your crown. Santal 26, Fragrance of the Evening, Roja Dove, Crystal Oud. Oud, this is a crystal parfum. It doesn't stain your clothes. So what I need to understand is how so many women count themselves so high. But if men were to do the same thing, y'all would call these guys nuts. No audio? Can't hear? All right, that sucks. Let's see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What you gonna do? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Let's see if that fixed it. All right, let's see. Oh, let's launch back the system preferences. Testing. I think everybody can hear now. I want to be sure. Let's launch back. All right, so here we go. Okay. So here's the thing. Imagine if men walked around calling themselves, what's the highest thing a guy can call himself? An alpha male. Imagine if a guy walked around just calling himself the pinnacle of manhood, the total package. I am the man. I'm the man. Even if he was a janitor at an elementary school and hadn't worked out since junior high. If he was an English teacher in high school and just average everyday dude, women will call this guy crazy. Am I wrong here? You ladies would say, hey man, you're a decent dude, but you need to check that, You ain't all that, bro. You cool, but there's no way that you will rank that high. And imagine if this guy said, yeah, you can say that, but I'm not going to sell myself short. I'm not going to sell myself short. I deserve a dime piece. I deserve the best the world has to offer. I deserve it all because I only have one life. And seeing as I only have that one life, I'm not going to settle for anything else other than the tip-top very best. Would the world not call that guy a little delusional? Would the world not think that guy's a little nuts? Men wouldn't let that slide. No, well, ladies let it slide. But far too many women today are walking around saying they won't settle. And by being anything other than a queen, a diva, a boss, a bad bee, a dime piece is selling yourself short. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. In the news today, there was a lot of news today about the company GameStop. GameStop was in the news a lot today for its volatility in the market. Matter of fact, I wanted GameStop and another stock trading had to be suspended because it was so volatile. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And what was making it do all that? What was making it do all that was short selling. And if you know anything about short selling is when an investor goes and borrows a stock, sells it, and then turn around and buys that stock back at a lower price. So let's say you go out and got a share of stock at 10. You borrowed it. Let me borrow this from you. He didn't buy it, he borrowed it. He borrowed it and he sold it at 10. Then the stock dropped to 7. He purchased the stock again at 7. He purchased the stock at 7 and gave it back. The difference between the 7 and the 10 is 3. So he made $3 on that, minus any fees, such and so forth, because in order to sell short, you have to have a different cash position and some other things in there. But the long and short of it, the investor is banking on the fact that the stock will go down. It is not an optimistic projection of a stock. A short sale is not an optimistic projection. Everybody understand that? A short sale in just basic stuff. Because over time, but how you get hurt on a short sale is if he borrowed it at 10, sold it at 10, and if it went to 13, he'd have to rebuy it at 13 or 14 or 15 somewhere because that's still due. And he'd have to go back and he would have lost because he's buying it at a higher price. Short selling, you're basically imagining that the price is going to decrease. But so many women today, you're betting your value increases over time. And as I've talked about in this show, your sexual marketplace value, ladies, does not increase over time. What product increases in value with age and use? So many women today are trying to bet their value increases over time. Why is that? Would that sound like be a sound investment strategy? No. But so much misinformation has been put into the market for women, calling you all kinds of things that you're not, telling you your value is someplace where you're not, telling you that men want something that they don't. You have women who are average talking about they will be selling themselves short by being honest about their average status. Effectively what so many women are trying to do is they're trying to rebrand like Ray-Ban did. Let me tell you a story about a brand. There's a brand called Ray-Ban. Everybody's familiar with the brand Ray-Ban. And Ray-Ban sells sunglasses. Get the likes up. Get them up, get them up. We'll keep playing, and we got to get over 4,000. Get over 4,000. Come on, keep it going. Come on, folks. I wish we didn't have to do that, but every night we have to seemingly do this because people seem to just forget. The slow mode is on in the chat room. Let me do this real quick. Let's speed it up a little bit more. We try to keep it 30-second slow mode when it's under 10,000. And when it's over 10,000, we put it to a minute. Okay, let me talk about Ray-Ban. Everybody's familiar with the brand Ray-Ban? Nowadays, Ray-Ban sunglasses can be found selling for as much as $300 at high-end stores like Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus. The brand recently opened its first flagship store, a sleek emporium in the heart of Manhattan's shopping mecca, Soho. If you walk around capitals like London, Paris, Milan, it seems like everyone remotely is wearing stylish, everyone's sporting these stylish sunshades. But not that long ago, in 1999, the brand was in shambles. Its once pioneering wares was on sale for $19 at countless gas stations and convenience stores. The quality was awful. Ray-Ban was using an antiquated tooling for its frames were flimsy. Ray-Ban is a classic example of a brand that at one point were high. Back in the late 70s, 80s, Ray-Ban were all the rage. But over time, they rested on their laurels and the value dipped. You could buy them at 7-Eleven for 19 bucks. And then what happened? They took them off the market, rebranded them, and came back with this great story. Ray-Ban is still pretty much like it was. The creation story has been different, but the frames haven't changed much. You can rebrand a product and use market dynamics, marketing, such and so forth, blah, blah, to increase the value of a product if the product remains at least the same. Many of you ladies are trying to be older, take yourself out of the city you grew up in, go to a new city, create a new identity, and ask for more money, more value than you really are. Thinking because you have rebranded yourself, what? I'm a PhD? That's rebranding. I'm a PhD. I have an MBA. I'm a lawyer. I'm a this, I'm a that. That's rebranding. It's a statement of fact, but it's rebranding. You are still the girl you were in 10th grade. When you were 16, 17, 18 years old, that is what you have to work with in the market. You may have grown into your womanly face. Your final years of baby fat may have fallen away, but for the most part, you are still the same woman. So attaching doctor, lawyer, accountant, PhD, MBA, blah, 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 does not matter to us men. However, this is the problem so many women today have because you think because your brand has increased, your value increases. Nope. If you're average looking, you're average looking. Even if you perform above average academically and financially, you are still average at best. And this is part of the reason why so many women are in their feelings and they're in their emotions when we start talking about, when we're getting into the talk about who you are, what do you do, such and so forth, that's all good. But then you start asking some very simple questions: height, weight, dress size. It cuts out all that. It gets back down to the basic buy and sell principles that mankind has had for the longest. Women, whether you like it, whether they like to acknowledge it or not, you know that's what men buy on. height, weight, dress size. Well, and what do some of my critics say? Oh, that's so superficial. That's so superficial. That's reducing people down to this. And you notice it's always women saying this. It's always women saying this. Middle age and older women saying this. You rarely see young 22-year-old nines saying that because they're at the peak of their powers. It's usually these eternal sevens or women who have passed the expiration date, way up in no man's land, talking about, well, that's juvenile. And then what they'll do is they will get one or two or three or four of these guys with their caps flapping in the wind. Here I come to save the day. Who will sit back inside with them? Well, that's a superficial way to judge a woman. Well, that's really childish. And black, white, Hispanic, they come in all varieties. But let me tell you something. To all those guys, there are not enough men who believe what you say. And they're the same guys, and they go everywhere. They make their rounds on YouTube channels. They make their rounds in comment sections, spouting all this dribble to keep your crown on your head straight. That's why I use the picture. I use the picture of a woman walking around with a crown because far too many of you ladies are walking around with a crown of accomplishments. And what really matters is what's below your crown. That's what men judge on. And you're not going to get that to change. You can have a crown made out of platinum with some of the most rare diamonds on the planet, but it still goes for $50 in this part of Philadelphia. That's what it is. So I'm sorry that you may not like it. I'm sorry that you may find it offensive. Sorry, not sorry. Because men are getting tired, oh so tired, of feeling like that we are wrong for wanting women based upon what men value. Men are tired of that. Being tired that we're being shallow because you want an attractive woman. No, men, what I need you to start doing, I need you to start standing up and proudly proclaiming, I'm a man and I like what I like. That's what it goes for. In Philly, it's worth $50. Shout out to the artist who made that meme for me. We the pawn shop. We the pawn shop. We are the pawn shop. We are the pawn shop. And you only go to the pawn shop when you need money in an emergency. I'm not judging. I've been to the pawn shop before. Been to the pawn shop plenty of times. When you're broke, you don't have enough money, converting items into cash makes sense. eBay is an online pawn shop as far as I'm concerned. But it's not a fucking investment strategy. It's not something you go to do. There are some people who make money out of flipping stuff on eBay, but pawn shops pretty much survive on emergency loans. And many of you women are getting to the point of an emergency or in the emergency area. Danger zone 27 to 35 is when you start figuring out where the pawn shops are and the payday loan places in your neighborhood because you don't have enough credit, collateral, or whatever. You're running low. And ask your friends, your family, and bottom line is now you got to start making it happen yourself. And when you go to the pawn shop, they know you either gonna take the deal or not. There are rules in the pawn shop, meaning like precious metals and things like that. The state sets those things, but consumables, it's worth what it's worth. So you can go in and think, I'm not gonna sell myself short. But the pawn shop is honesty. $50. And plenty of you women are sitting around, no sound effects, I'm sorry. There's something going on with Ecamm right now. It's not picking up, so we're just gonna have to go through it. Ecamm is not picking up right now, so, and I don't want to stop the show. So you don't need sound effects to make the show work. But it's not picking up the audio. So anyway, as I was saying, but it is going to have to get addressed before we bring people in. So let me see if I can. Ladies, don't get mad at the men because they want what they want. You can't get mad at the men. You can't expect the men to accept less. What you're going to have to do is, if you really want something different, you're going to have to increase your value. You're going to have to increase your value, because calling yourself a 9 when you were a 4 does not make it true. That's why the term 49er exists. A 4 who acts like she's a 9 or talks like she's a 9. That's what made that video where I was talking to that woman. I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Are you trying to get me to say I'm not going to sit here and embarrass myself saying I'm less than a 10? What, you trying to tell me I'm not a 10 because of my skin? No, I'm trying to get you that you're not a 9 or a 10 because you're not a 10. You're a bit of a 6. And what that does, ladies, is it makes you look crazy. That you're going to stand there in face of observable reality, a life that you've lived, and tell people that they should treat you like you're a 10 when you're a 6. Well, you would not accept it from men. You would not treat a man who's an average guy like a multimillionaire, would you? Nope. You wouldn't give him the same respect, the same admiration, the same anything. You would treat him like $50. Because that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. So, ladies, stop talking about selling yourself short. And I'm going to also say this too. Stop going to your single girlfriends to get evaluations. You want an evaluation of how you look on this market? You need to get it from a man. A man who's out here dating and looking to get with a woman. Not your homeboy. Not your hairdresser. You need to get it from a guy who can actually tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Guys, I'm about to shut this down for 30 seconds. Give the audio a chance to catch back up. So, because we're going to need the audio for the second part of this, what I need you to do is take a bathroom break. I'm going to refresh 30 seconds to 60 seconds, refresh, and come back to the broadcast. And we will do part 2 of the Let's see if that puts it in. It's still not showing eCam. Oh, well. Darn it. All right. Shut down and restart. It is so important. Learning how to run your own content, learning how to play everything from behind the scenes. Makes all the difference in the world. Because this way, if you don't have a staff, you'll be stuck. I believe in being excellent at this kind of stuff because you got to build it while you fly, baby. Run your own content. Did we hear Big Shirley? Big Shirley in the house. Did you guys hear Big Shirley? Cool. Your AMC stock. Your AMC stock had to be paused too. AMC stock had to be paused, and so did GameStop. So, I get it, ladies. I get that you are proud that you went to college. I get it. But so what? Going to college I got to be honest, it doesn't make you special in the marriage market. In the mating and dating market, you going to college does not matter. All it does is increases your opportunity and exposure to college educated men. You're going to have to go to college and be attractive and be fit and be cooperative and be submissive and be friendly. This is what men value. We appreciate your college. We appreciate your professions. We value your beauty. And I don't care how many simps you get to stroke your ego and tell you that those bad guys over there are shallow and those guys over there don't know how to treat a woman and those guys over there don't know how to value a woman. They don't have men over there. They got simps, simp talk, and a bunch of women wishing more men talk like these simps. And I normally don't use that word, but I must here because there is no other word that fits. It is being a simp, a simpleton, oversimplifying the concept, saying that a man should not want beauty. Well, then show me your sleestack wife. Let me say this again. I have seen black men, white men. I haven't seen any other. I've seen black men and white men all saying that these guys, I was like, but let me see your wife or your girlfriend. And they're all attractive women. They are not with unattractive and or overweight women. You judge a man by, so why are you listening? They're trying to sell you something. That's why I had that woman with her crown. I ain't trying to sell you a crown. I ain't telling you don't forget it. I ain't telling you none of that. I'm telling you the fact of the matter. The men that you say you want something from a woman, and they want her to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. And then after that, everything else is negotiable. And you cannot continue to talk about, well, I'm not going to sell myself short. I'm not going to sell myself short. You are a short sell position. You cannot sell yourself short if you have true value. But if you're trying to borrow to buy a stock, sell it, and then hope that the market decreases so you can sell it and make a profit, that means men, they were hoping that you would stay down here for the longest, that your expectations would stay here. See, a short sell in this situation is a man's expectation. I'll accept you as a baby mama of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. I'll accept you with four people's hair on your head. I'll accept you weighing more than me. Yeah, that's the short sell position. But what happened is men became more savvy investors. They learned about Bitcoin and Ethereum and this and that, and they realized that, wait a minute, there are more than one way to make money in the market. You don't necessarily have to make money in the market. You go buy real estate, you do this and so forth. They became savvier investors. They started talking and exchanging information, exchanging notes and saying, wait a minute, they're trying to short sell us over here. Well, ho. Let's just not play in this market. Let's walk away from this market, go to this market. And now you're sitting over there holding something that you bought over here, and now the standards are increasing, i.e. the price is increasing. You know your godfather's going to bring it together. Now the price is increasing. Those are the standards. So now the longer you hold that short position, you are losing money day by day, day by day. You're getting older and older and older. You're getting older and older and older as the clock ticks, and you got to decide what to do. Well, but you're still hoping that it'll go back to where it went. No, it's not going to go back to where it went because now the investor is more savvy. It's going to continue to go up, and now everybody else, there are going to be more short sellers coming into the market looking for somebody to buy. And guess what? The buyers are going to be more like this. Oh, look at all these positions out here. What do I want to get? No, they're going to look for the best return on investment because they are in the power position now. You were in the power position in your youth. They're in the power position now, and now you're stuck. You're stuck because you're like, well, I don't want to sell myself short. You lucky if you can sell yourself at all. You're lucky if you can sell yourself at all. 1 out of 4 of you will get married. That means 3 out of 4 of you won't sell. 1 out of 4 of you will get married. 3 out of 4 won't sell. So stop talking about I'm not going to sell myself short. You should be on clearance. Meaning, what do you go on clearance? Well, Nordstrom has Nordstrom Rack. Saks has Saks off Fifth. Neiman Marcus used to have last call. It's last call on your ass. It's time to get up off the market and take whoever will buy you and hope you can make a good deal and get out the store. Or you can always
I'm a PhD.
buy a dog, die alone. Oh, that's so harsh. That's so cruel. Yeah. Somebody needs to tell women the truth. Because you simps aren't telling them the truth. Because you simps don't have any men that believe what you believe who are going to take these women the way they are. Ladies, you're not in the power position in marriage and relationships. Men are. You don't need to see what sell yourself short. What about that lady the other day? I asked her, how long should men have to wait for sex? I don't know. It's on my video. It's on my YouTube channel right now. Ladies hate when the roles are reversed. Ladies, the roles are reversed after 30. You're not going to get anybody to play games with this second virgin stuff. This, born again virgin. This play 90 days. All that is bullshit. You don't know. They're not going to do it. Not the men you want. Not going to do it. They don't have to. And you hate it when the roles are reversed. Well, this is called freedom. It's called freedom. You wanted the ability to get out and live and do things like men. All right, then it comes with the accountability and responsibility. But for those who are saying, I didn't want this, for those who are saying, I don't like this, then it's going to be time for you to go ahead and pull the lever, push the button, and make the best deal you can make. And you're going to have to make a deal based on the one thing to understand that he's saving you. Oh, shit. Yes, right. He's saving you. If you're 30 plus years old, 35 years old, and you find a husband, that man is saving you from... Because I don't care how hot you think you are, or how accomplished you think you are, there are more of you than there are them. Especially if you have a child. Working woman, working men. But if you look at the amount of working men with no children versus the amount of working women with no children, there are far more working men with no children than working women with no children. So understand something. There are men out here who can wait to do what they want to do. If you're a working woman with no children, oh my God, what's going on over here? No, we had the Wi-Fi dropped. The Wi-Fi dropped. Let's go. Again, this is why you have backup on backup on backup. This is why you have backup upon backup upon backup. You have a hardwire backup right along with the Wi-Fi. So when the Wi-Fi starts tripping, you just jump off Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was dropping, and I have the high level gamer Wi-Fi with the Nighthawk router with the repeaters, but still, man, you got to do what you got to do. No, they're not trying to shut you down, man. It was the Wi-Fi. It was the Wi-Fi. So anyway, bottom line is this. Issues or not, this stream will still be what it is. We're going to open it up because I need for you ladies who feel like you're selling yourself short to realize the women who say that typically are the ones that think you are higher ranked than you are. I am sorry. It is typically the women who thinks your sexual marketplace value is higher than it really is. It's the women who think that they're 10s, or actually it's the women who think that they're 9s and they're 4s. It's the 49ers. It's rarely, I really don't hear women who are 8s, 9s, and 10s talk about selling themselves short. It's the women who are average, 4s, 5s, 6s, who are always talking about this selling themselves short crap. Why? Because you think you should have a higher price than you do because of your income, your education. My question, ladies, is what would your price be solely based upon your looks and your fitness?
What you gonna do when highlight catch?
Because that's all that matters.
Drop to the knees and show gratitude.
Initially.
Kiss my ring, chick. This song right here is for all the fellas out there taking care of business and making that money to provide for their ladies, provide for their family, and to all the ladies out there. The fellas are gonna need a little bit more.
That's what matters initially, ladies.
If you got a good man and you want for nothing, and you want to keep that man, you need to learn how to check that attitude. You need to show some appreciation. You need to show some respect. Girl, all my fellas, tell your ladies.
Bow to me, kneel for me.
Kiss the ring, bow to me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security, I give that. Devotion and honesty, I show that. Passion and love, you feel that? Bow down, girl, you need to show some respect. Obedience and loyalty, I need that. Friendship and trust, I've earned that. Gratitude, appreciation, I deserve that. Bow down, pay homage to the king in your life. Baby girl, what's the deal? Got no time for freaking girl, you're acting mad. Never want for nothing cause I'm paying the bill. Sleeping all day, the house is filthy. No meal. Come on, girl, give me some feedback. Let me know what's good, what's up. Where's your head at? Giving me attitude, not today, girl. Dead that. Strip off them clothes, I'm trying to beat that. Bet that. You're really saying not tonight? Not tonight. My blood is boiling hot, girl. You're getting me tight. Aw, man. To the right. Don't let that door hit your ass when you leave. You talking like you hot, you not. Bugging out. Shorty, I know dime pieces, trust me, you not. I can get a next chick, next one. Like Gucci said, in the next 15 minutes. You ain't special, don't be foolish. Running around town like you rich, no, I'm rich. Without me, you wouldn't even have that. I'm Scrooge McDuck swimming in money. Hold my top hat. Park Avenue lifestyle, you love it. You're acting out of order and now you're gonna lose it. You claim that you're in love with me, in love with me. You wanna be my wifey, be my wifey. That's looking pretty bleak, unlikely. You should've paid homage, girl, you fucked up. Can't do it, no more, I'm done. I'm fed up, game over, clock ran out. Girl, your time's up, get your things, have a nice life. Keep your head up like Shaq and Kobe was a good team. But now we broke up, should've bowed to me, kneel for me. Kiss the ring, bow to me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security, I give that. Devotion and honesty, I show that.
Yeah.
You feel that?
We're not gonna do the rest of the show until y'all. No. How many people in here? Almost 10,000 folks in here. Hit the super chat. Let me make it real clear. Just because there's been audio issue and an internet issue, go ahead and hit the super chat. 10,000 people in here. There has to be at least 50 people as the first time, or you watch this show for a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you've never donated. Be the first time you donate tonight. Let's get them up, folks, man. Come on. No. Like, oh, we like that shit you talk. We like it. Hit the super chat. We'll play music. Okay, people in the call queue. Cool. People are in the call queue. We're ready to go. But we're going to need at least 25 more folks to drop $2 in there. Come on, do something. No, thank you. Yeah, man. Let's see. Who was the last person that came through? Shout out to Let's get it. Yeah, those are the only people. That's the only person that came through. Yep. See what I see. Started to notice what's going on, and that fell off there. So let's keep it going, people. Let's open up the call line, ladies. You here? I want to hear. Now, understand, ladies. There's only one rule: is I'll be nice to you as long as you're nice to me. That's all I ask. Is be reasonable. You can't overtalk me. Moderators, drop the link in the chat room. And we do have a topic. So I noticed that many people have been coming in trying to just kind of get on their own topic and to do what they want to do. So no, thank you. There we go. That's what we're doing. All right, let's get it going. Because I really want to hear something on this selling themselves short. Selling themselves short. Selling themselves short. Selling themselves short. Mm-mm. You need to connect your audio. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Hi, Kevin. Give me a moment so I can actually mute my TV. Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
I can. First name.
Bree.
What do you have for me?
In regards to the topic, I kind of just got on, so I guess if you want to come back to me, you can.
No, you're already on. So the topic is: are you selling yourself short?
Am I selling myself short?
Why I jump on it? All right. So okay, why'd you jump on the line? Why'd you jump in the Zoom if you hadn't if you haven't watched the show?
No, I'm watching the show.
Okay, but why? I mean, I'm trying to understand about why you decided to jump in the room if you weren't going to ask a question.
I jumped in the room to be a part of the chat, but
Yeah,
if
that's not. But yeah, be a part of the Zoom chat.
That's correct.
That's only for show participants.
I can speak on the topic, but
Well, yeah, but see, okay, let me make sure, ladies, only jump on the on the Zoom if you're planning on participating in the show, not going onto Zoom to talk to people in the chat room. That's not. No, we don't do that.
Okay, like
And
I
see,
said,
that's been a problem lately because I was looking at people just having their own conversations. So I'm gonna just shut the chat room off. The chat room is for you to communicate with me, not each other. Go ahead.
Okay. So as far as the topic, am I selling myself short? Or in general, are women selling themselves short? I would have to say no. The reason why I would say no is because I don't think that women really know exactly. Okay. So as far as the topic, am I selling myself short?
What the hell happened?
Or women selling themselves short? I would have to say no. The reason why I would say no.
You'll know what just happened there. Mute all upon entry. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. ATI. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so you're up next. Go ahead.
Oh, well, it's odd to me, but I just wanted to firstly apologize for just my reaction. The first time I called, I said that you were rude and you kicked me out of the chat, so I just wanted to apologize for that.
Okay. Go ahead.
But as
I can
far
barely
as
hear you. Are you on your microphone or are you on? Okay. All right. So, just a second, ladies. Kindly, um, in the chat room, get your audio together. And I think some of you guys may be a little mistaken. When you come onto the Zoom call, you should be ready to talk to me, not dancing all around or jumping around talking to each other. You need to be on in front of the microphone because I'm just gonna start cycling you guys out if you're not ready. To do. Mm-mm. Who is this with your face covered up? All right, Rachel, your face is covered up. Cece, unmute yourself. Cece, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Okay. Are you gonna have to hold the phone steady? What are you doing? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to another person because y'all are playing. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna say this one more time. Let me move on for these people. I guess they think this is a game. Rachel, you won't get in my show with your face covered up, so you might as well go away. You won't get my show with your face covered up like that. Melinda, go ahead. Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you? You need to turn off YouTube in the background.
Definitely.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just muted you because I told you to turn off YouTube in the background. You still have it on. And I'm starting to lose my patience with y'all. Y'all are acting kind of silly. Do you have YouTube off in the background? The only thing you need to have on is Zoom. Unmute yourself, please. Nope, you still have some background noise going on. Yep. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't have time to keep. Yeah, guys. Who's this person? Cece, you need to. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to unmute yourself again, and I need you guys to pay attention because you were bouncing around all the last time. Unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Okay. What do you have? First name?
Idea.
Okay. What do you have for me on the topic?
So the topic is selling yourself short. Selling yourself short. I think women definitely, to an extent, sell themselves a little bit short, but I do believe that men and women bring different things to the table. But I think depending on where you live, it can be very hard to meet men and meet quality men. But you just have to have an open heart to it.
What do you mean meet men and meet quality men? Where are you at?
We live in Toronto,
Okay.
Ontario, and I think
you have friends. You have the women that are in the room with you. Are those your friends?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It seems like somebody's off camera, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and have the conversation. You feel like women can sell themselves short based upon what?
I think that there's a lot of scorned women, especially where we live. So a lot of times
scorned women.
Yeah, like if they get hurt in the past or things like that. So they'll put themselves in another situation to protect themselves from getting hurt. And I think that happens a lot here. I'm not sure about the States, but I find and I see a lot of women that are super talented, very good looking. I'm not speaking for myself, but I'm speaking for quite a few of my friends. And they'll put themselves in situations with men, not anything based on wealth or social status or anything like that.
Are you in a relationship now?
Yes.
How long have you been in it?
I've been in it for a year.
Are you guys trending towards marriage?
Yeah.
What about your friends? Because you're an attractive woman, but I saw a bunch of people moving around. So selling yourself short means that you should be getting something better than what you're actually getting. Are you saying that there are women that are out there who are really getting less than what they should get?
I think so.
Okay.
Mostly,
Okay.
I'd say also just in regards to like how they're treated. I think that women should always really respect themselves and not put themselves in situations where they're in harm's way. And I do
well, there's not a lot of women who are getting abused and being in harm's way today in relationships. That's just not reality. What I see far more often, women who are average who want to be treated like queens and demanding to be treated. You know, if you watch my show, do you happen to see how many women who are average wanting men earning hundreds of thousands of dollars? That's why I'm not understanding where the selling the shelf short comes from. But maybe it's just what you guys see there. But all right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. I have a question.
Hold on just a second.
I have a question.
Just a second. Your first name? What do you got for me?
I'm just wondering exactly what average means.
What do you mean, what average? Okay. You got to get your hand up.
What's the definition of an average woman?
Well, I'll tell you what. What's the definition of an average man? Let's do it that way.
I think an average man would be somebody who's maybe unmotivated, but more on the sense that wants to kind of drain the person that they're with. I don't think people are average. I think that they can be average in relationships, but I don't think there's. I don't think there's average.
Hold on. You're over talking me. No, you don't. Think
no. I was talking.
No, there are guys. Average guy who's earning the median income. Average guy. He could be. He could be working at the post office. He could be working at.
Is average.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Is average status, or is that what we're talking? Like
average? Okay, no. Okay, let's do this again. I tried to understand if you understand what an average man is, and you went to a motivation. I'm trying to talk about the average rank and file guy that you see every day, as if you ladies don't see average men. But if that's not going to work, average from a woman is a woman who is average looking. Average looking. She's not ugly. She's not pretty. She's average. She's normal.
Okay, so can I ask another question then? Is that okay? May I?
Well, as long as we can, do you understand that that's what men mean by when they say average?
Yes and no, because I don't think that the only thing women have to offer are looks.
Well, I understand. That's why I said, what did I say? Do you understand that that's what men mean?
That's what your view is.
No. That's what men. No. That's what men mean. And you ladies you're talking, so I muted you. Because I've told you not to overtalk me, and I'll let you speak. And if we're going to have a conversation, I'm running my show. So check the attitude, because it's coming through. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
I don't know why you have an attitude. Oh
no, I don't have an attitude.
Well, why it's coming across that way. But look, ma'am, men judge women based upon men evaluate women based upon looks.
You judge women based on looks, not men, right. Honey. You. There's a difference.
Look, bitch, get off my phone. That's why you're fat. Let me help you out. This is why I don't do this with you silly young girls. I judge women based on looks. So, guys, apparently these Toronto women think that I'm the only man in the world that judges women based upon looks. Yeah, go ahead and vote for him. And she's still talking. She's still talking like somebody's. And and see, this is a problem in the West. This woman is she's not pretty, but she's not average. She's cute. But her attitude is ugly. And ugly attitudes mean you need to have a banging body and bring a lot to the table. And this is where you tend to get a lot of women who are slightly above average in their looks, thinking that they can tell men what they should judge women based on. So, guys, understand that this woman's actually trying to say that it's only me, not you guys. Well, I'll tell you what, in the comment section of this video, reference the wine drinking woman right here and tell her what you think, what you judge women based on. Her name is Cece. Talk to Cece in the comment section after the video and tell her what you value in women, seeing as though she thinks it's only me. And what you do, Cece, is you bring yourself back over to the comment section and you see what men really value. And what's ironic about all of this is there are 3 women in here bouncing back and forth doing this silly stuff, thinking that I should have to tolerate their poor behavior just because they put the cuter friend on the phone first. And the other ones were going to hand her the phone and let her mimic the talking points. I know what you were doing. It's not new. It's the same thing you guys do at clubs. You use the cute girl to get into the club, and then the chubby fat face friends talk shit about all the guys who aren't on their level. Yeah, she's like, wow, because I know you. I've bouncer at nightclubs. I've seen you slightly above average chicks before, and you got too much attitude to be as basic as you are. And trying to be nice to you doesn't work. So the only way that women like you pay attention is when somebody goes ahead and slaps you with reality. Men judge based upon looks. Go show me the men with multiple millions who pick basic Beckys after they have money. They don't. And this, like I said, this is no real respecter of race. These women are not black. But this is a Western attitude. And so many of these women feel like that you guys should pick them based upon things that they want to give you because they don't want to give you a nice attitude. They don't want to give you femininity. They don't want to give you cooperation. They want to give you dad bods, beer bellies, and their hot friend knows that she needs to at least be hot. The average chick thinks that she can get the hot outcomes through arguing with you. These women traditionally have gotten men by wearing them down. But men aren't buying that anymore. Men are choosing to say, I'd rather be alone than deal with this. Yeah, you should have acted like you had more sense. We could have had a conversation. Now you're just going to be used for content. Don't put your friend back on. It's not going to be good. To the young lady who was on the phone the first time, you can call back. To that one, you want to keep her away from me. She thinks she's on camera. She's just smiling like she's going to get on. I know, man. The best roast ever. See, what tends to happen, guys, is women like that tend to think they can come over here, and because they've heard that black men are more going to kiss their ass, I'm not going to kiss your ass. You're going to come and have some respect, or you won't be over here. You want to finish? No, not you. You're not welcome. Your friend can talk, but not you. You can talk. I'll let you talk. Let me do this. You go ahead and unmute yourself. Go ahead.
I haven't even spoken to you yet.
I said you can. That's why I said you can speak, but your friend can't.
Okay, just
Yeah, don't. Thank you. What do you got for me?
no problem. I don't know. I just feel like, am I able to speak, or we're gonna get muted? Because I feel like a conversation
No, you
should be.
as long here's you can speak. I spoke to the first woman with no problem. True or false?
What a loser. Okay, stop.
See, exactly.
Okay.
Hold on. Did I not speak to the first woman with? Did I have any issues with the first woman?
No, you didn't, but she's a lot.
No, I did. No. I did not. I did not. And you guys can't seem to control your friend because even I'm trying to talk to you and she's still running around talking, screaming, talking about loser. So I said, single women's friends keep them single. Ma'am, I'll gladly have the conversation, but she's over your shoulder. I'm not talking to you. Keep your drunk friend out. She's acting drunk. I'm sorry that she's making you guys look poorly, but this is being recorded, by the way. Now I'm trying to be nice, but you need to get. I remember this. Remember there was a rap group in the 80s called Third Base. MC Search. Google MC Search. I will talk to you, but I need you to go to another room because I'm not going to have her jumping in the conversation. I'll gladly speak to you, but I'm not going to have her jumping in and out. All right, let's try this. Go ahead. Mute yourself. I'm sorry, but that's just necessary. So what do you got? We were talking about women being, settling for less or not settling. So go ahead.
I think I agree with like the first girl, my friend that you first talked to, that sometimes it's hard, like you're not getting quality men because it's hard to find. For me, I'm 35, okay?
Oh, you look amazing for 35.
Well, thank you.
I'm reasonable.
Like, I just feel like I have two businesses. I'm successful.
Okay.
There is times where women like myself do become targets for men to just get you, but when they have you, they don't want to keep you. It's like the chase. That's my issue.
Okay.
I don't think it's selling short. I think I take the time to get to know people. I think I take the time to, I'm not going and sleeping around. I've always been a relationship person. I've had a 6-year, 4-year relationship. That's not my thing. But I think you also get to a point where you do become.
So let me go ahead and let me interject right here. Monday night, I did a program on pretty professional women's dating problems, where I spoke to everything that you just said. I did an Instagram broadcast following up on the very same thing. I get it. However, that's really not the selling themselves short that I'm referring to. You're talking about a woman who has a higher sexual marketplace value than most. I'm talking what the phenomenon tends to be more is women who think their value is higher and they don't think they should be getting less.
Okay, so can I ask?
Go ahead. Just make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I also feel that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I find beautiful or what you find beautiful or the next person is completely different. There's men that like tall, skinny, blonde. There's men that like short.
But there's a Miss America and there's a Miss Universe. But yes, ma'am, but there's also, ma'am, that's true, but there's also a Miss Universe. There's a Miss America. And on the cover of People, there's always the most beautiful person. Yes, there is always subjective beauty, but there's also objective beauty. There is a standard. And I think
but who gets to decide that standard, though?
The world, the public, the market. Look, ma'am, okay.
But I believe.
Okay. You asked me. I cannot change the human condition. If you wanted to have a Miss Universe and you wanted to have a body positive Miss Universe, is she going to win just because it's the right thing to do? No, because the rest of the world understands that there's some women who are more physically beautiful, more physically attractive than others. Just like men realize that you don't get to choose from the most premium women if you're just earning average money. Case in point,
But,
have you ever? Do you date? Would you date a teacher?
100%.
Okay. Well, that makes you rare.
But this is the thing. I don't date people for their looks. I find like
okay. Well, I get it, ma'am. But are you? But take you out of it. Are you the norm? Do you normally find women who are 9s or better saying, "I'll gladly date an English teacher"?
in my group of people, yes. Because
that's anecdotal, ma'am. That's your group of friends. That's not the world.
Like-minded people.
But okay, but that means okay. Hold on, no. So that the exception doesn't disprove the rule. It reinforces it. By saying I surround myself by different people means that most people understand. Ma'am, I don't know why. Let me also say this. I'm going to do a broadcast on Friday. I am tired of pretty women, attractive women, feeling like they have to tone themselves down for women who are not as hot. I'm sorry. Rich men don't do that for poor men. But far too often, pretty women feel like they have to tone themselves down to help their unattractive friends get a man. Fuck that. I got to move on. I'm sorry, ma'am. I've given you your chance. There are plenty of people out here. But I'm dealing with people who live in the real world. And thank you for being polite in the first woman, but your middle friend was just this too much. You guys are welcome to call back in, and young lady who's been drinking, you owe me an apology and you can call back in another time. Here's what it comes down to. There's always going to be this whole thing of subjective beauty standards and objective beauty standards, but we don't deal with the minority over here. We deal with the majority. We deal with the 51% or greater, not the 49%. And oftentimes you have women doing that because you don't want to make your friends feel some kind of way. Y'all want to know what MC search looks like? Y'all want to know what MC search look like? Step into the AM. That's what she looked like. Kind of remind me of that, about right around in here. Right around in here. Do doom 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 do doom doom doom. Yeah, shout out to Minister Jap. He did a video today I'm going to follow up on. Let's talk about this. I have seen pretty women far too often try to come to the rescue for their not so pretty friends and say we should all get along. I'm sorry. If it's 5 of you, 9 out of the 10 guys want your hot friend. The one guy that doesn't want it probably wants your brother. Only one guy can get your hot friend. The other 8 are settling for the rest of you. And we used to accept that. And it used to be a time where the women who got settled for understood that they were doing the best they can. Now we got women who used to get settled for trying to get what their friend who was up here getting and feel like I'm selling myself short if I can't get him. Assortative mating is a part of the human condition. Attractive people get with attractive people. Above average will get with above average. Average get with average. Below average get with below average. But yet we're trying to make this a moral thing. And it's not going to work because men are not going to go along with it. All right, going to let you guys in the chat room. The people with pictures get up first. There were too many people just in the chat room at one time, and I can't have 11 million people. So, Stephanie, are you ready to go? Let me go ahead and unmute you. A request for you to unmute. I hope your microphone is connected. I don't see a microphone. There it is. Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Just a little nervous, but
that's all right. I'm a reasonable person. Just be cool with me. I'm cool with you. I'm cool.
Right.
I'm cool.
Right.
So what do you got on the topic?
Okay, so are women selling themselves short? My take is that I feel it comes from maybe it's like a thing from when you're younger. Not a
Okay.
lot of our moms, speaking from a personal experience, my mom, she never really kind of like edified me as a
Mm-hmm.
girl and
Okay.
my sisters. So, kind of growing up, I had a lot of low self esteem
Did you have a
being in
father
high
in the
school.
household?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
I do, actually.
Okay. Go ahead.
Um, so growing up, I I knew that I guess because I was shy,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just like settled for whatever it was that I got, especially with guys. I never really had the best luck with guys. So, you know, from 18 to 20, I I just didn't really know myself. I didn't, not to say like I didn't price myself high, but I just didn't have the
How old are
confidence
you?
to. I'm 23.
Okay. So 23 years old. Uh, did you go to college?
I am in college.
All right. So I'm presumably you've been out of the house since age 18.
Yes.
All right. Have you been dating while you're in college?
Yes, I have.
All right. And has your outlook improved?
Yes, as of last year, honestly speaking.
Okay.
Um,
So when will you graduate?
I graduate next year.
And what's your degree going to be in?
Nursing.
Huh? Nursing. All right.
Yes,
So do you want to be married one day?
I do. I do.
Would you consider marrying a guy who worked at the post office?
Here's the thing.
That's a yes or
I
no. That's a yes or no.
no,
Why?
because the life that I expect that I'll be able to give my children as
Ma'am,
a nurse, I'll be
I
making.
get what you're about to say, and it's still you're judging men based upon your income and your education.
Right. You're right.
I know. I said, and that's what bothers. Ladies, hear me and hear me well. Your income and education is not not what men judge you on. Men are judging you on your appearance, your looks first. And I'm sorry to tell you that if you're an average woman, you're in the category for an average man. And all of you tend to want men who are in the top 15%, really the top 10%. There aren't enough, and they don't want you. I'm not speaking to you, young lady. I'm just saying in general. Understand when I asked you if you consider a guy that worked at the post office, that almost sound like I'm insulting you instead of thinking he's got a federal job with federal benefits, it's stable and everything else. You just discounted him strictly on money.
Now that's actually, I can admit that that's wrong. I feel that we're taught, and positive femininity, that you have to kind of just go for the best. It's like it's the thing
Well,
that
wait,
we're
wait.
taught.
You can admit what was wrong.
Kind of
What?
just looking at a guy and saying, okay, if he's working here, or if he's only making this
Oh
much,
yeah.
I don't want to.
And my thing is, no, I'm not going to say whether it's right or wrong. I'm going to accept it. All right, you want to judge a guy based on money, then they're going to judge you based on looks. And if you're going to do that, you better be you better be a bona fide 8, 9, or 10 in looks and 8, 9, or 10 in the body. No exceptions.
Right.
And women don't
I
like
get
it.
that.
Women don't like it when it's reversed like that. Thank you for being honest, ma'am. Yeah, you want to broaden your dating pool. Don't think you're going to be out here going for the top 15%, because guess what?
Danger Zone!
Is what ends up happening to most women, because you're all trying to hold out for this phantom guy who's making about what you're making, and they're just statistically not enough. Just not enough. They're not enough of any race. So dating out doesn't solve this either. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. And she was honest. And that's the thing. Most women feel like they're settling or selling themselves short by getting an average guy. And ladies who disagree with me, understand that most people are average. Most women are average or normal looking, and most guys are average or normal earning. Let's look at the Toronto situation. The cuter friend, the cute friend, the one that had the more demure feminine personality who was sitting in one place having the conversation had a boyfriend. The last one I spoke to, the 35-year-old with 2 businesses, whatever, who's sitting in the same place, different views. But I would tell you, she's not going to have trouble finding a man. The one that was the most problematic was the one that was the least attractive, the largest, and the loudest. I don't know where you ladies think this is going to work. You can have sex with a man, but no guy worth his salt is going to take it beyond that. All right. Let's do this. Back all in the we'll all go back in. We're all back in. And here's how this is going to work. Those who are on the camera get priority. And those who are not, do not. Oh, Raquel, you decided to pull your mask down and have the conversation. Okie dokie. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tiff, 6, 7. Okay, let's go. Raquel, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Do what now?
Can you hear me?
This is.
Can you hear me?
No, you just bounced out. Hello. All right.
Hello?
All right. You know.
Hello?
What was that just bounced out? Hello? Hello? Well, she bounced out. Step into the AM. Dee, 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 dee. Tiff, unmute yourself. Hello? Oh, you guys got to turn YouTube off in the background. We're going to get feedback. And she got the green screen going on. Hello?
Okay, you can hear me. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Are women selling themselves short?
We could be in our eyes. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen here. I have to
What?
down. I've been watching your shows with my boyfriend, and I've kind of come to the conclusion with him that I think women get the short end of the stick.
Why?
Regardless.
Why?
Because as a woman, I think a lot of us, we work to a certain degree, or we.
No, you don't.
Work at this.
No, you don't. Oh, no. If we're gonna have this conversation, we're gonna have it based in facts, not feelings. Who earns more, men or women?
It depends on the relationship.
No bullshit.
Men.
Don't play this game with me. Who earns more, men or women? Thank you. If you adjust for working men with no children, or working women with no children in the black community, who has more, men or women?
I'm sorry, repeat that one.
If you look at working men and women in the black community, and then if you say working black men with no children, working black women with no children, which group has more? Is it the working women with no children, or is it the working men with no children?
In the black community, from what I see, I would say the women with no children.
There's more working black men with no children by a long shot. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. See, the problem is most of you women have bad information. Horrible. And then you judge men based upon a very small anecdotal life and a lifetime of bad information. So where you can tell me that you feel like women are getting the bad end of the stick, I'm sorry. If I'm a single man wanting to date a woman in her 20s, late 20s, there's a better than 60% chance she's going to come with a kid. That's the short end of a stick. Do you have a child?
I do not.
Do you have any friends, female friends?
I do.
Do they have children?
Most of them do, yes.
Do they have husbands?
Some do, some do not.
Most of them don't. So any man that gets them is getting the short end of the stick.
I would agree.
So tell me how women are getting the short end of the stick. I'm all ears.
Well, how about the woman that does not have the
I'm
children?
talking about women, not the woman. I'm talking about women. That was what you said. You didn't come in and say, I feel like a woman. You said women.
Okay, so you want to know why I believe women are getting the short end of the stick?
Based upon the facts.
Well, then I'm going to have to go back to what you previously said of we're not getting all of the correct information, because I'm basing this off of the information that I've been given, that I've dealt with in life and I've seen.
How old are you? 35. I'm sorry, at 35 years old, you're responsible for the information you get after 18. So if you got bad information, that's on you. Y'all know how to get the information you need. And you've spent a lifetime getting the information you've gotten. The information that you need is out there as well. Blackdemographics.com, black stats for black people by black people. But the problem isn't the problem isn't the information. The problem is the desire to go find out the truth.
That could be part of it as well.
Yeah, because it's easier for women like yourself to believe that the problem is men, not women. But the truth is looking you in your face. If 8 out of 10 children in the black community are born to single mothers, where does the problem lie? With the man or the woman?
I would definitely agree with you there with the women.
Right.
Having all these children.
And 100% of the children are coming from a minority of the men. Right?
Yes.
So the problem, all right. So who's getting the short end of the stick?
For majority, then yes, you are correct that men would get the short end of the stick, because they have, if they choose to take these women on with these children, they have to be.
Well, how often you're 35 years old. You're 35 years old, and you just come to that realization tonight after a conversation with me. So,
well, I look at things from my experience as well, but we're talking.
Okay, that's fair. That's life. But the thing is, it's bigger than your experience. That's all I'm saying. And it's women that go around telling women that they're getting the short end of the stick when they're not.
Okay.
And your boyfriend should have actually told you something. Hopefully he should have known this stuff too. So advocate for men.
When I started off with women getting short end of the stick, he agreed with that. Yes, you are getting the short end of the stick. But again, we were talking about, our situation and maybe generalizations of people we know, our circumstances.
That saddens me to hear that a man thinks that women are getting the short end of the stick. But spoke about that earlier too. Here I come to save the day. Simps exist. Cannot do that one. Sure, there's also something else. I got to be honest. That's also low-level player hating. It's called dirty macking. Dudes are low levels of game, low levels of ability to keep a woman based upon man shit, often salt other men to make themselves look better. It's called dirty macking. You can talk down and say, yeah, I'm the shit, but those guys over there ain't nothing. That and knowing the women are more likely not to go investigate it. That's some weak shit right there, boy. All right, if you got a disagreement, raise your hand. That's where we're gonna go. We're running out of time. If you disagree with if you have an ardent disagreement, if you think, yeah, women are selling themselves short, you don't know what you're talking about. If you like, man, these dudes out here ain't making a cut, raise your hand. All right. Let's do this. Go ahead, Jada, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
I am 24. in Toronto.
All right. What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is that, women are getting the short end of the stick because
Based upon what?
based on the fact that it's not common knowledge for a lot of women to be feminine, for a lot of women to, I guess, understand her role in a successful relationship. So they are settling for beta males. They are settling
Hold on. I want to be clear. Women are getting the short end of the stick because they're not feminine?
Because we're not taught enough how to be feminine. We're raised by this independent, strong Black women that we feel like that's the way.
Okay, but the short end of the stick, the implication, the short end of the stick is you're getting a short end of the stick from a man.
Okay, getting the short end of the stick from a man, we don't, because we choose the man we decide to submit to.
Well, that's the implication in the video. Not saying that women are getting the short end of the stick from women. That's not the. I mean, I
In
get
that
what you're
case,
saying.
in that case, yeah, we men are getting the short end of the stick from women because a lot of us don't understand what our roles are supposed to be in a relationship or in the household.
Well, I agree with you, but that's not a disagreement though. So, it's not a disagreement. That's more of a cosign. Hello, what's the disagreement?
My disagreement with women getting the short hand of the stick is that it goes to settling in all aspects, and for me, it has to do with religion.
How old are
I
you?
feel like, I'm sorry?
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 27, so I'm in the danger zone.
Okay, but women are getting the short end of the stick as they go. Some of you ladies' positions are so convoluted. Can you just make it simple? How are women getting the short end of the stick?
I feel like we're settling more with men because there is a movement to where I feel like men nowadays are
settling with
like
men in what terms?
Can you repeat
financially?
that, please? Well, for me, I'm talking about religiously. So I don't really know where you stand on the religious end, but I feel like women, women who choose to be celibate and XYZ, I've heard in your other
Okay, ma'am, you're trying to make this about you.
No.
Yeah, you are, because I'm sorry, ma'am. You called in before, and you fit into a very small category. And when people aren't like you, most people aren't celibate for religious reasons. That's not getting a short end of the stick. You chose that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, don't call back. Always trying to get things like, well, I want to make it about me. You 27 and celibate for your own religious reason. Ain't no short end of the stick. That's a goddamn choice. And I told her not to call back because it is disingenuous and frustrating to have somebody call in on the topic and then try to go all the way around to talk about themselves. You want to talk, go hire a therapist or book a session. Don't just come in and try to make the damn show about you and your mind, your micro decision, your micro situation. So, here we go. Let's do this. We're going to keep the call line open. I'm going to open it up for ladies who have a general question, because it seems like some of you folks just want to, just trying to basically don't understand what the short end of the stick means. Means you're getting an unfair deal. Means that women should be getting more than what they're getting. That's the short end of the stick. I feel that women are getting the short end of the stick or selling themselves short because women like XYZ should be getting men that have this. That's what it means to be selling yourself short, meaning I should be getting more than $50. I should be getting 500, 5,000, 500,000. I should not have to explain this, but let's see if that makes any sense. If you have something on that point, raise your hand. All right, Raquel. What's your camera's turned sideways? All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. It still makes no sense. All right, unmute yourself. Caitlin, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how old
So
are
what
you?
if you?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Oh
I'm
no.
18.
Oh no. Too young for this conversation. Absolutely not. You ain't even out of high school yet. Go on. Go on, go on, go on, go on. I don't need 18-year-old girls' opinions. No offense, but come on, man. What? Short end of the stick. You serious? I know, right? Serious, like what? You had an 18-year-old call in? All right, we're gonna take a quick second to let the room load back up. Get all the high schoolers out of here. Don't need any high schoolers. No. If you cannot legally drink, you don't need to call into my show. You cannot legally drink, but I am going to need at least 10 more folks to drop something in the super chat. Come on, folks, because this is a hot show. This is a hot show, and if you guys want me to keep it up on YouTube, hit the super chat. All right. Let's go to the troll account. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Unmute yourself. Yep. Hello.
Hello.
First name.
Letitia.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is I don't believe that women are getting the short end of the stick because I feel like it takes two to tango.
It's not a disagreement. It's not a disagreement.
It is a disagreement.
No, it's not. So I don't think you guys really get this. They're just gonna come in and rewrite the rules. I think the women are not getting the short end of the stick because it takes two to tango. All right. Let's go next. Anna Maria. We're gonna go to Anna Maria, then Stacy next. Anna Maria, go ahead. Anna Maria going once. Hello? Hello? You have to speak. All right, she's not talking. We're going to mute you back. Stacy's not, your audio's not connected. Your camera's just on. Stacy. Your audio's not connected, Stacy, and she's not paying it any attention, so we're going to drop you out. Yeah, Anna Maria, I put you on, but you didn't. You decided not to speak. So I'll try this one more time. Unmute yourself, Anna Marie. Hello. You're doing your hair and you're not speaking.
Hello?
Yes. Say hello. All right, we're gonna drop you out because
Hello?
Yes. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. I didn't know this was going to trigger so many women, man. I thought that. Raquel, go ahead.
Hello. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm at work. That's why my mask was up.
Okay. How old are you?
31.
What do you got for me? Go ahead. What do you have for me?
I think, well, from my experience now, I think that most average women are comparing themselves to the 1%, the Cinderella stories. It's like, oh, if she.
Mm-hmm. We say the death of Cricket Wireless. The cell phone network met its demise at 12:04 a.m. January the 28th. It's struggling no more. We say goodbye to Struggle Wireless. We are so sorry. It is leaving behind 2 pages, a BlackBerry, and a flip phone. Oh, if I don't get y'all some damn service to work for Rita. She over here taking a nap. Unmute yourself. Hot. Okay, go once. Unmute yourself. Going twice. Going last time. We say goodbye to Struggle Wireless. And Farida just like, I'm just over here. I just took an Ambien. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to just sit in the chat room. And I thought I was going to be able to talk to somebody. Anybody want to represent Big Shirley? Okay, hey, Vapey, she's back. Vapey here. Okay, let's see what you got. Sorry, your audio, you got no speaker on. So I'm going down the chat room, and if your speaker's not connected, I'm just going to remove you. Just going to remove you. Summer is gone. What this has shown me, though, more than anything else, is there are far more women who really don't know what settling means. But I'm starting to realize there's something far deeper than this. Yes, average women are comparing themselves to the 1% or the top 10% of women. But that's always been done. So they used to dream about being those, but they had the knowledge that I'm not that. I mean, there are guys who dream about catching the game-winning touchdown, throwing the game-winning pass. Guys dream about doing fantastic things too, but then they get up and go to their regular jobs. They don't think that because they can play a character in a video game that they can live this life. You women talk about selling yourself short. Believe you should have this because you've seen it. And the real trouble I start to see is, like I said earlier, you have women who are above average hanging out with average women. Single women keep women single. I said this last week. If you're single and hot, get rid of your single and not friends. Your single and not friends are keeping you unmarried. Because those are the ones that kick up the dust and got all the drama going around. You women who can actually transition on into life have a fit functioning relationship will not be able to keep it or maintain it with your MC search looking friends. She got mad when I told her she was in there just drinking wine, acting, he can't say that to me. It's coming through. All right. Raise your hand if you got a disagreement. If not, this show has been interesting. Interesting. Yeah, settling means you should get something different. And I will say this, ladies. When I ask you, if I ask you your height, weight, dress size, you can't lie about your height. So saying I'm 5'7", or I'm 5'2" and 3/4, or 5'2" and 1/4. No, you're 5'2". Calling yourself 5'2" is not settling. It's just 5'2". But also, one thing we're starting to see, somebody said it before, makeup is a lie. We're starting to see more women are really not living honestly. You're wearing someone else's hair in, on, or around your head, makeup, body shapers, body trainers, all this other kind of stuff, heels, fake nails, fake toenails, fake, just fake. Now we get to the point to where you're all right with faking. You think that the fake stuff really is your ranking. If you go back to the video, I said, what do you look like under all of that? And the woman said, I look the same. No, you don't. Who you are stepping out of the shower with your natural hair is who you are. Who you are stepping out of the shower wet in that mirror, your hair, no makeup. That is the truth. Before any procedure was ever done. You can't sell that short. That is what it is. I'm not going to sell myself short. Many women are talking about the made up version of themselves, the Brazilian, the lace front version of themselves, the hair extensions, the hair appropriated styles, whoever. This is on both sides. The excessive makeup. There used to be women who would actually wear makeup like that when they were going to an event. We had glamour shots back in the day when people had that excessive makeup. Now you got women walking around looking like a damn glamour shot. Mink lashes, that's glamour shot shit. Lip injections, that's glamour shot shit. These long raptor fingernails with all these different colors looking like some Skittles with glitter. That's glamour shot shit. Or drag. You ladies are walking around looking like you're ready for Broadway or a Las Vegas show. With these comical proportions. Huge fake this and snatch that and going down to the DR to get a BBL and all this other stuff. Like, and you're doing it not for men. Knock that bull crap off. You're not doing it for men. You're doing it for competition against other women. Men have said they don't want this stuff in their wives. And now you're mad. And now you're mad because you feel like you're settling. No. Settle for a husband. Settle for a guy who's a plumber, electrician, a truck driver. Notice when I said if a guy worked at the post office. Really? Well, then, bye, dog. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good with yourself.
First name.
My name is Millie.
Do you have a disagreement?
No, that's why I was waiting.
Oh, okay.
Chime in.
Okay, hold on just a second. Yeah, don't get mad at me. Guess who's mad? Shout out to O'Shea. And guess who's mad? But it's not my fault. It is not our fault. It is not average guys' fault that average women feel like they should get above average because you can go buy it. It's not men's fault. It's not average men's fault that average women can go buy a look, go to and put it on like a suit of armor and walk out the house and it's mine, but it ain't yours. It's not average men's fault that they can make their money in a blue collar way and you making your money in a white collar way, but guarantee your debt to income ratio is far worse than his. Not their fault. Not men's fault that you go to school and how many times has it been said? Becky go to college to find a husband. Keisha go to college to prove she don't need one. How many times we gonna need to see Keisha come out of college and ask him, would you be willing to marry a guy who has a good federal job? How many times I send that clip out to everybody that keep talking about these women don't have a problem with blue collar men. Shit. And this is why I accept it. So I say high value men got options. Why? Because they're the men that women say they want. this kind of income, this kind of this kind of that kind of network, all these things, fine. But the question is, ladies, if you want one of these men, cool. Or do you know what the kind of men you want from a woman? And can you give it to him? Are you qualified? Does he want you? And if not, well, could always buy a dog. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm on Instagram. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm on Instagram. Tomorrow, I'm going to be shooting the Expeditiously podcast over there with T.I. Shout out to Single Dina. What's going on? That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. And then Friday's show, we're going to talk about pretty women. Stop dimming your pretty light. It is time for if you have something that's valuable, stomp. I've actually put a video on my Instagram story and on my YouTube story. This sister walking. And I was like, ladies, that's how you walk. If you got to walk, strut your shit. Men, if you got to walk, if you got something, do your thing, man. Ladies, if you got it, flaunt it. Don't turn your light down to make somebody feel better because they're going to resent you anyway. Don't you pretty women know that when you take your below average friend's side, she knows you're lying? She knows you're saying it to make her feel better? And if she could cut your Achilles heel to get an inch over you, she would. That's why I say it's all's fair in love and war. You better come on in. Shout out to MC Search up in Toronto. Step into the AM. He had the box and shit too. MC Search up in this mug. I can't wait to cut and chop that up. You should have came in here acting like a fool. But anyway, gots to go until the next time. You know how we do this. Money World Girl. Oh, I gotta say this also. Content creators. Money World. Thank you. If you want to be a Money World Girl, please send in your submission to info@bykevinsamuels.com. Keep it cool, keep it classy. I don't want to strip tease. I want to dance. Need you to have your clothes on. If you want to be the prize, the final submissions for the prize are this week. You should be getting if you make it to the next round, you'll get an email requesting information, then a quick phone call. First round of the prize is going to go out in LA next week to hang out with content creators, collaborate with models, influencers. A lot of cool stuff's going to happen. But if you're a content creator, let me explain something as a content creator. Content creators make content. This is not content. Taking my video, that's a 10-minute video, and watching it and talking for a minute and putting your Cash App and Instagram at the bottom. That's not content. That's being a content vulture. That's bootlegging. That's stealing. And it is getting strike. I'm striking all that. Poof. They're taking them out. Make your own content. Also, this isn't content. Content creator A makes a video. Content creator B makes a video responding to content creator A. And then you come in talking about what B said to A and what A said to B. Another content vulture. I don't like content vultures. I don't like bootleg. If you want to run a YouTube channel, have something to say. But if only thing you have to say is about what other people are saying, fine. Just don't do mine. Because if you use my content, you need to request permission. Because you taking money out of my mouth. I'm not gonna allow that. You want to sample my song, I need to get paid a royalty. And if you think you want to slip in a sideway, I think a strike is just fine. Pow! You should have asked. You should have asked for permission. Ask for permission, work out a deal, because some of these people just taking videos and not even putting a proper accreditation up there. Hey, it came from this video, Kevin Samuels, shout out to you, just put it up. Hey, man, did you see what he said over there? Man, that was dope. Well, hit me up on the Cash App, join my Patreon, and join my Instagram. French toast out of here. You use my content without my permission, it's going down. See, content creators that I know and respect, they at least ask. If I don't know you, don't use my stuff. And I laugh when they say, oh man, you don't want to see brothers come up and say, man, whatever. There's right and wrong way how to do stuff. That's against the platform. So, content vultures will be shot by YouTube and the strike team. You don't like it? Make your own content. You don't have to worry about it. Till next time, peace. We are gone.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah, either way, I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe, I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good life.